hearts changed and minds renewed.
John chapter 8, verse 3. I hear pages turning. And when you arrive there, just start to shout out amen. Amen. All right. John chapter 8, verse 3. I'm reading from the New King James Version. I'm going to do something a little different. I don't know if you guys ever seen it this way, but watch this. I want to show you what the Lord showed me this week. John chapter 8, verse 3, and it reads, Then the scribes and the Pharisees brought to him a woman caught in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said to him, Teacher, this woman was caught in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what do you say? This they said, testing him, that they might have something of which to accuse him. Somebody say, accuse him. Accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger, as though he did not hear. So when they continued asking him, he raised himself up and said to them, He who was without sin among you, let him throw a stone at her first, or let them cast the first stone. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. Then those who heard it, being convicted by their conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the oldest even to the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus has raised himself up and saw no one but the woman, he said to her, Woman, where are those accusers of yours? Where are those accusers of yours? I thought they were there to accuse him. Has no one condemned you? She said, No one, Lord. And Jesus said to her, Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. Now watch this. I want you to jump over to verse 56. I want to show you something. Verse 56. Same chapter. Verse 56. You got to say amen? Amen. Watch this. He's in the middle of a conversation. He says, Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day. And when he saw it, and was glad. Then the Jews said to him, You are not yet 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham? Jesus said to them, Most assuredly, I say to you, before Abraham was, I am. Now watch this. Then they took up stones to throw at him. But Jesus himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. Interesting. Here we see a woman caught in adultery. Promise I'm not going to be long. I just want you to see this. We see a woman caught in adultery, dragged to the temple by the scribes and the Pharisees, and they brought her to test Jesus. They brought her not to accuse her, but to accuse him. Y'all see that? Yeah. The weapon of choice, according to the law, was that she should be stoned. Yeah. The law says she should be stoned. But I noticed something was that Jesus does not begin by addressing her sin. He does not argue the law. He doesn't even deny the accusation for her and what she's done. What he does is he redirects the attention. He who was without sin, let him throw the first stone. One by one, the sounds of the rocks that they picked up started falling on the ground. One by one, the people who were convicted in the crowd started to leave. Do you see that in your mind? Can you see it? Can you picture that? Those who were convicted started to leave. Now, at the end of this, the woman is still standing there, and Jesus is still standing there, and the Pharisees are somewhere in the background. When she looks up, she sees no accusers. It does not say that she doesn't see anybody. She just doesn't see those who are accusing her, because they weren't accusing her in the first place. They were trying to capture Jesus. God has a way of clearing your environment so that your focus is only on him. No matter what it is that you're going through. He asks her, "Woman, where are your accusers? Has anyone condemned you?" "No one, Lord. Neither do I. Go and sin no more." Jesus removes her accusers because there were no accusers. Stay with me. Watch this. And then he removes her. He removes the people and removes her, but he does not remove himself. He stays right there. This would have been a perfect time for him to say, "Well, my job is done. Let us go home." But he doesn't. He stays. He stays, and for the rest of John chapter 8, he has a long drawn out conversation with the Pharisees. He's taking on the attention that was originally brought about her, and he's taking it on for himself. Now, by the end of the chapter, he says enough to the point where they get upset and they pick up the stones to throw it at him. You see this? So the stones that were originally meant for her were retargeted to go to him. And he does that on purpose. This right here is the principle of grace and mercy. Watch this. Jesus has a way of focusing the punishment that was meant for you in your life, and he redirects that punishment, and then he says, "Don't worry, I'll take it from here." And then he redirects it to himself. Are you seeing this? But watch this. He doesn't excuse her sin. He doesn't just say, "Well, you never did that." He knows she sinned, but he took on the punishment for her sin. If you ever needed a full picture of what salvation looks like, this is it. This is the full picture of what it looks like. Watch this. The question that I have for you today is, are you still standing in the place where the stones were meant to be thrown? Or have you realized that you're free to walk away? Did you know that? You are free to walk away from that moment. You're free to walk away from that life. He says, "Go and sin no more." Get out of this life and go sin no more. If you've been standing in a moment that God had already freed you from, today is the day for you to go. Amen. I don't know if you've ever seen that in John chapter 8 before. It starts off with the weapons of the stones, and it literally ends with the stones. The same stones they pick back up are now directed at Jesus. Jesus stays. He allows you to go. He takes on the punishment. That's what he did at the cross. He hung on the cross so that you can walk around freely. Amen. I don't know if you've ever read that. Amen. This is a good book.
Yes, yes.
This is a good book. Amen. I just want to let you know, and I think I kept it under 10 minutes. It's okay to leave that place because God has redirected all of that and has taken on the punishment for himself. Watch this. And the punishment couldn't affect him because it wasn't his time yet. So the weapons that they used, the choice of punishment that they used, had no effect at all. If you guys believe that, give God a hand clap of praise. Amen.